This is my next clip. I know this is gonna piss off a whole lot of folks, but I don't care. I don't care. Let's watch it.
From the woman's perspective, how is it that a married woman can cut off sex with her husband, the father of their children, and then enter into an affair with a married man? So my heart goes out to this man, and that it's clear this is what he's experiencing. And it's a very difficult situation to be in. So in answering the question, this is the story we tell the world, that for us as women, sex is about trust, connection, and respect. That's a story, and it's a lie that good men don't know any better. And sex is a tool we use to get what we want as women. And we will abandon our responsibilities, abandon our marriage, the man we say we love the most, and go run off with someone who has no connection or respect for us. And there's no trust there. So that's just a story. The reason we cut off sex is because we marry for the wrong reasons.
I just had to look and check out the channel. The Happy Wife School. Yes, what a man. Take it for the team, girl. Take one for the team. But yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna make sure I put the link of the Happy Wife School. Okay.
Cut off sex because we got married to be taken care of, and the unrealistic expectation that our husbands are supposed to make us happy. When men can't live up to our ridiculous expectations, standards, and the ever-moving goalposts of our demands, we cut off sex as a punishment and withholding from you because of the hurt we feel you are doing to us in our emotional delusion that we're so unhappy, and thinking you're the cause of our unhappiness when you're not. This is another example of how a good man can't understand a woman and our wiring internally in this, because a good man would never, ever do this in his marriage to his wife, and would never have that level of cruelty and mean-spiritedness just randomly to his wife. It's a shocking disbelief for a good man to grasp how selfish, cruel, and mean-spirited we can be as women.
Oh, man.
So all we focus on in the marriage is what we think you're doing wrong, that we believe is making us unhappy. So the trust, respect, and connection is gone. We killed it. We brutally murdered it with our woman ways and how we show up in our manipulative, emasculating, and gaslighting behaviors to make you feel that you are the problem. And then the hurt and the blame we have towards you for our miserableness. We can't see our own role and our own choices and our own behaviors that are making us unhappy. From that place, some married women will then have an affair. Because they feel you've let them down. They feel entitled and are extremely selfish to go find someone to fill that emptiness and make us happy. So they won't be able to do it either. You want to watch Why Married Women Cheat under the live tab on the channel to get more of a more in-depth perspective to this. But some women will find a married man to have an affair with because he's miserable, often because of what his wife has done to him and her emasculation. And the woman that's after him is in her facade. So he thinks she's wonderful. And how could her husband treat her so poorly? She's so wonderful. And then they have an affair. And so many...
Oof, I have to say, this hurt. Oof, it's hurt because it's so true. It's so true. And it's hurt so much, but it really does. It hurts because there's so many women like this. I have even struggled with this. The only thing that keeps me from being like this is Jesus. Knowing and recognizing that the Lord sees my heart, the Lord sees my intentions. And my husband is damn good about exposing his own demons and my own demons. Okay. Let me know, like, lady, I see how you acting. I see how you're trying to manipulate me. I see your your manipulation tactics, and it ain't working. God sees it. Like that's what men need to do. Like the gentleman said earlier, men, if you're in a relationship and you see your woman is delusional and demonic behavior and being manipulative and selfish, you have to tell her, I'm sorry, she ain't gonna like it, she not gonna have sex with you. And guess what, that probably ain't the woman for you. If she's not willing to, as long as you're coming at her respectfully and lovingly, she should, she might not like it right away. You got to give people time, and you can't control how people take what information you present to them. But any woman listening to God is going to tell her and confirm for her that exactly what you're saying to her is correct. Every time, everything my husband says to me, I may not like what he says right at first. Husband, if you watch it, you already know I be crazy. But when he tell me stuff, I don't like it right away. But the Lord confirms it for me later. When I humble myself and get my pride out the way and realize and accept and appreciate that this man is being honest with me, I can grow and be a better woman, and so that our relationship can grow and we can grow closer together in the Lord, and not just be in my emotional mind and delusion, as this woman is saying, be in the delusion that the devil has me in to ruin my marriage. Okay, let's get out of this delusional mindset. But I'm gonna finish watching this.
Many men, and even outside this context of what we're talking about in an affair, have fallen for their wives' stories of how awful her ex-boyfriends were, how awful her ex-husband was, and don't even question it. It's a story. It's a story. So the emotional connection that a married woman and a married man make from their own being miserable in their marriages, is that emotional connection is a fantasy world. It's not based in reality. It's based in this fantasy of coming together and having something new and being able to relate to each other, and how sad and lonely or unhappy they are in their marriages, and create a whole other false relationship that isn't going to have a strong foundation and won't work. Again, we're wired different. Men make a vow, make a commitment, and mean it. As women, we say our vows, but they're empty words. There's no commitment behind it. We don't even realize what we're saying or that we're even making a commitment. We haven't thought about the long haul of marriage. We've just thought about the wedding day.
Have mercy.
Or what we want out of marriage, but don't think of what we have to do to actually make the marriage work and make it good, or what we need to do for ourselves to be happy in ourselves.
Right.
And because then there's no commitment behind those vows, we can't see how our choices, such as having an affair, married man or not, affect and impact our kids, our husbands, other people. There's just no awareness of that because we feel entitled to what we want that we think will make us happy. So the solution here, women, you've got to learn to be happy in yourself, to feel good about who you are. You need to grow up and get out of the fantasy land that your husband is supposed to make you happy.
Amen.
And that there's some other man out there that will make you happy. No, wherever you go, there you will be. It's you.
Right.
So working on yourself to build a relationship with yourself and to be happy. Hello again. Thank you so much for taking this.
That was right to the point, honey. Happy Wife School. I love that. She's a genius. So, yeah, man. Women need to recognize, everybody, men and women need to recognize happiness starts within yourself. Your spouse cannot make you happy. They cannot make you happy. You need Jesus to fulfill you, to be the center of your life, to be the center of your marriage, to be what gives you joy and peace and strength. You have to have it. I don't care what nobody say. All these people, oh, marriage ain't, it's just a certificate. And marriage is, you don't have to get a legal document. Fine, whatever. That's what you believe. That's your business. But I'm not telling people that. I'm not telling people just, just call yourselves married. Don't get a legal document. And then when somebody die, you don't have any legal rights to the property you've been living on because you're not legally married. Okay. You tell people the BS you want to tell them on your own channel. But I'm going to tell people the truth. Get legally married if you can. if you are legally able to, because you are telling the state that you are legally responsible for this person for the rest of their lives. And just like she said, so many people take vows and don't commit to, don't know what commitment is. That's one thing I did understand about when I got married at 19. I understood when I was getting married that I was getting married because God told me that this was my husband. God told me to marry him. And we went through premarital counseling to prepare us for what marriage would look like. I recommend premarital counseling for everybody talking about getting married. Get prepared for marriage. We have to be taught to be married. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. You must be taught to be married because people are out here punishing each other because they're unhappy. And men and women are paying the price. The children are paying the price for couples that don't know how to behave like grown-ups. Children are paying the price. Let's recognize this. Men and women have to recognize this. It's about the family. Take them for the team. And ladies, a punishment. Stop. We got to stop punishing our husbands with sex. God did not create sex for that. He created sex as a pleasure for both him and her as a couple to come closer, connected in the spirit. Even though it's a physical interaction, it should be very spiritual. It should be spiritual. We'll talk more about that. That's for another day. Well, that's all I got for today. Catch me tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard, 9 p.m. Eastern, and we're gonna talk more. We're gonna talk more about this. This was too delicious. I got some more stuff about this to go over. So thanks for watching. Love you guys. Deuces and Happy New Year.